Steve, Saturday night we returned back to Blackpool and on a little show, but a good little show, and one of those shows where I think you must be happy with because everyone had a really good learning fight.
Yeah, I mean,
and we got wins.
I weren't really happy with it, as in that we only ended up with 6 fights. We lost one like the night before, and there was another couple there. So I really want to build Blackpool into a special venue where people will come and know there's going to be great entertainment and packed cards. So it wasn't what I wanted, but like you say, boxing changes daily, if not hourly, doesn't it? And we still ended up with 6 decent fights, although I want to do more. So when we're back there on the 10th of September, I want to get that place packed and I want to have a good title fight. And obviously the Blackpool kids who are propping it up will both be on 6 rounders by then as well. So Jay Capel and Tyrone Price moving up to 6 rounders. So there'd be more for the lads to see. So yeah, it was okay, and we got the results we needed, and we got the learning fights for the kids, didn't we? But you know, I can guarantee you're going to be working really hard to make those events not just better but busier.
Yeah. Well, it's kicked off with Paddy Lacey and Jake Bray, which was we weren't sure whether it was going to ignite, but actually Jake Bray always ignites with because they both had fights further down the line. They were both set up, weren't they?
Jake's actually doing a home card, and I can't believe how well he's selling. You know, obviously he's not with me. He's been on a lot of our shows as an opponent, and he's a good opponent, isn't he? You know, he's pushed a few people and beat Owen Kirk. So it was a bit of a risk for them both on Saturday night. That, you know, Paddy's got a big fight coming at the Echo Arena on Channel 5, and Jake's got a first home card, you know, where he's going to come out of the home corner, and he's selling really well. So if anything had gone wrong for either of them, either a stoppage or a cut or anything like that, you know, they're out of the next fight. So I think we was expecting a cautious fight, but it ended up a decent fight, wasn't it? And again, both of them have learned for that, and let's hope Paddy, who steps up to 6 next time, you know, takes what he learned into the next fight, and the same with Jake. It'd be nice to get him a win at home.
Because Jake Bray's actually fighting, it's a rematch, isn't it, on that show in Doncaster?
Yeah.
The kid who beat him about 4 or 5 fights earlier.
Yeah.
Then we had not one of our fighters, but one of Jamie Moore's, Laura Harrison against John Spencer. We're all really good, didn't it, for
It's nice to talk to the opponents afterwards and ask them what they think. And I had a little chat with John Spencer, and he said he was really sharp. He said, like, he's not the biggest puncher, but obviously he's only a young kid, and that'll develop as well. And it was a good performance, and he brought a few down from Salford. I've seen a few faces I've not seen for a while, so yeah, it was good to have him on our show.
Then the kid who I always enjoy watching, Johnny Boy Kiley, in a real step up as an opponent, because even though he was at a lighter-weight, he was a Central Area champion. A really good winning record. I think 6 wins, 2 losses and a draw on his record against a kid who's only 2-0. So
yeah, I think the only reason we took that was because, you say exactly the weight difference. That, you know, he had been fighting at lightweight, he's come back at light middle, and Johnny would have been too big for him, and you know, the kid rushed him all the time and smothered his work, because John's not one for stepping back. He wants to have a fight as well, and again, another great learning fight for John Kiley.
And then a kid who keeps surprising everyone because his lack of amateur experience, but it doesn't show in his fights, Tyrone Bowen Price.
I mean, I was expecting him to win, but you were a bit worried about it because his opponent's very good. But it was never any doubt, and a couple of times he looked like he might have even got him out there, you know. he boxed really well, and afterwards when I was chatting to him, he'd hurt his, I think it was his left wrist in the second round, so that was sore of him, but he's going to have a little rest now and come back with 6 rounds on September the 10th again in his own town Blackpool, which I need to find a good top of the bill for that, but I'm going to work on making that a proper event, yeah.
And then we had the always exciting Joe Howard against a kid who's been on our shows quite a few times, Russian kid. Neither of us could pronounce his name. Ruston. Can you have a go at it?
Yeah, no, come on. Yeah.
But he's a good kid, him, isn't he? He really is testing our lads, and even though he was 60-54, he gave Joe a really good fight, didn't he?
Do you know what? Joe had perforated his eardrum as well, I think, in the first round.
At the end of the first round.
Yeah, he done really well, but that Rustin did what we wanted him to do. He just take Joe another 6 hard rounds, and he did it. And again, you know, he learned more in that fight than he did in his first 3, even though, you know, they were all great stoppage wins against durable opponents. So he's gone in the right track. You know, obviously we was going to get him out again in July, but with a perforated eardrum, you know, he'll have to wait now till I presume September. But you know, great fight for the fans again, isn't it? Because he didn't stop going forward and throwing punches, and the other kids not a runner, so it was fantastic.
Well, every time Joe put it on him, he had to return something, or he would have got him out. But then young Jacob Rowe in a real unusual fight, because he was fighting another kid who was that same record as him, 2-0. Very good amateur record himself from Estonia, where he'd been the national champion about 5 times, and thought he was going to give Jake a real test, but actually Jake looked like a league above him, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he must have hurt him early doors or something, because the kid went into his shell. We was expecting him to come in as have a fight, because as you say, he was a top amateur and had been in a lot of the tournaments that Jake had been in, but they'd never met. He was 2-0, so he was undefeated, and probably we expected more of him, but I think Jake had put him in his box early doors, hadn't he, and he just wanted to get through to the last maybe 30 seconds when he had a little bit of a show of bravado, but again, another learning fight for Jake. You know, he'll gain a lot of experience from that, and obviously he's going to have to work on opening kids up when they go in the show.
Yeah. One last quick thing. We had 2 kids on the TV shows. The Friday before, we had Masha, didn't go the way we wanted it to. Have you managed to speak to Masha? Yeah,
I spoke to Masha straight afterwards, because I was trying to watch it on the stream, and the stream shut down at 9 o'clock when he come on, so I didn't see it. By the time I found one, it was too late. It'd been stopped, and I didn't know how it'd been stopped or whatever, but all I could see on the Twitter, it was a great shot. I have seen it since, and you know, he sets him up lovely, doesn't he? And Masha falls for it, and he's a great left hook. And I've seen him do that shot before on people, and he's obviously can punch. But Masha was up straight away, wasn't he? He obviously wasn't fit to fight. Spoke to him, and he was just bitterly disappointed, because he kind of feels that he was suckered onto that one, and he should have known better. But just one of those things, you know, punches like that change the fights, don't they? And you know, we knew it was going to be hard for 4 rounds, and the plan was to get through the 4 rounds and start putting on him. But fair play to Arlen Eubank. It was a good stoppage, but Masha's fine, yeah.
And then on the same night as our show in Blackpool, we had Jay Farrell in the boxers tournament, and unfortunately, I think, well, I know there's no real favourites in a tournament like that, but the 2 favourites did meet one another. Certainly the 2 most experienced ones met one another in the
again, I've not seen the fight, because we were in Blackpool on Saturday. I had a few texts on the night, and I've had a text conversation with Jay today, and he just feels that he didn't throw as many punches as he should have done, you know, and you know, it was a close fight, but quite rightly the kids won, he said, and he went on to win the tournament. So just one of those. It's a toss-up, isn't it, in those? But you know, he was hoping Jay might have got on and won it, because he is a big puncher. But I think, well, he has admitted it, because I've not seen it. He didn't let his hands go as much as he should have done. But that's done. 3 rounds, it's over before you're warming up, isn't it? So
how can I come catch up with you? Probably early next week, where we can chat about our next show, which is in Doncaster, which is a packed card. You've got quite a lot of fighters on that.
Yeah, it's a busy one, but you know, it's a big venue. It costs a lot of money, so we need to make sure that we get a lot of people in, and yeah, we're building that up. So it might even be a 12-fight card by the end of it. Yeah.
I've got Reece Mould on there returning.
Yeah, Reece Mould's going to top the bill there, and there's a great undercard. But let us get the fights made in the next couple of days, and then come down and we'll talk about that, because it's going to be a busy one, that, mate. Yeah.
All right, Steve. See you next week.
Thanks a lot. Bye.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.